Identity can be hard to figure out when you have a complex dissociative disorder. Let's dive into all the complexities that come with it. So, of course, when you have alters, there are likely going to be multiple different identities that you switch through at different times. This can make defining your individual identity as an alter, as well as trying to find a collective identity, difficult. When it comes to individual alters, they may experience confusion around their identity due to passive influence from other alters. Passive influence being when one alter is close to the front, but not fully fronting, and things about that alter sort of bleed through to the front and influence what the current fronters are experiencing. You can be 100% certain that you are straight, but then an alter who is gay will be close to front, and their attraction will bleed through, causing the alter who is in front to be confused about their sexuality, for example. For individual alters, to get a better grasp on what is their identity and what is not, it may be good to check around if you have an experience that seems out of the usual for you. Just check to see if there is anyone around front that may be having that feeling, if you can. Now for collective identities. You may or may not choose to identify with one. Many will still have some form of identity that they present with to those who don't know that they are a system, which we discussed briefly in our video about masking that you can find up here. But, of course, it is not required for a system to have a collective identity. It can be difficult to define one, as every alter in your system can have their own separate identities, some of which conflict with one another. Some may choose to use some form of the host or main fronting alter's identities as the base for their collective identity, while others try to incorporate the influence of all alters in their system. What works best for each system will be different. For our system, we decided to go with demi-fluid girl, as we always have a front-bound host that predominantly feels strongly female. This does change on rare occasion, but we decided to go with what is most often true. And we also typically feel a second gender on top of being female, typically in relation to what alters are close, and that identity is fluid. It's also important to note that trauma and trauma responses can also mess with one's identity. If one identity feels safer than others, your brain may gravitate towards that identity in masking as well as alter creation. That is how we ended up with predominantly female alters in our system. Those around us were enforcing the idea that we would be safer if we were the perfect girl. So we ended up with many alters that are significantly more feminine than the body, which has caused us a significant amount of its own dysphoria problems, as many of us look in the mirror and think that the body is 100% a man, as it is not feminine enough. But whatever you identify as your individual alter identity, or your collective identity, know that it is okay to get it wrong. It's okay for labels to change as you discover more about yourself, or as new splits or fusions happen. You don't have to find the perfect label for what you are experiencing first try. It's okay to not know what your identity is at all. Many with complex dissociative disorders have at least some alters who are dissociated from their own identity. That is normal. You don't need to push to have the best label for you or to understand what your identity is. It isn't even necessary for you to identify as anything if you just don't know or don't want to. Every experience will be different, and it doesn't make yours any less valid if you don't choose to identify it. But I hope everyone enjoyed this discussion about the weirdness of identity with complex dissociative disorders. If you have any questions or want to discuss your own experiences with identity as a complex dissociative disorder system, feel free to leave those in the comments down below. It would be great if you liked the video if you liked it and subscribe to see more content like this. If you want to learn more about system accountability, you can check out our video up here. Or if you want to learn more about complex dissociative disorders in general, you can check out our playlist down here. I hope you're having a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.